cringe. Let's move on to the UK. So, the Conservative leadership contest is in at the moment, and it's gripping. Oh wow! I was like, what? Oh, it's so it's exciting. Oh hey, now I'm totally pumped. Just hit up my dealer in Westminster. You know, fucking Cthulhu loves you, level 60 fairy. Exactly, right. So everyone was expecting James Cleverly, right, to get in, right? He was the moderate. He was the guy who was going to make the Tories even more gay, even more multicultural, right? Or the problem, the reason why we lost to Reform is because we weren't gay enough. Like, they're seriously looking at all the people who left the Tories for the Lib Dems, and they're like, oh, it's because we weren't gay enough. What we really need to do is be more like the Lib Dems. Oh yeah, oh my god, I forgot to shill. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Please send Earth Monies please send Earth Monies via Entropy.
We need Earth Monies to appear as normal Earth peaks. Mini Moose, how much have we earned?
Mini Moose demands that you send Earth Monies. Please do. Or send me some Odyssey coins as well if you're on Odyssey. Each episode takes about 1 Odyssey coin. So, by sending a few coins, you can actually, effectively sponsor an episode on Odyssey. That would be great. But hard cash is obviously preferred. Linky in the chat, please do. Anyway, so everyone was expecting Cleverly to get in. He was the wet choice. And in a shock upset, oh my god, bros, oh my god. Man, I need stronger cocaine to cover this stuff. It came down to Kemi Badenoch, the based Nigerian black woman, and Robert Jenrick, the white racist. Of course, he's racist. He wants to do something about immigration. Everybody knows that if you want to do something about mass migration, that makes you a racist and a fascist and a Nazi and just an all-around very, very bad person. Everyone knows that good people want to destroy all of Western civilization. And don't you forget it. So, wait. What is this? Hang on. Oh, God, I got to scroll all the way up. So, yes, it's now Badenoch and Jenrick. Cleverly's like bowed out. Oh, fuck me. I don't fucking really care that much. Everyone's saying, oh, it's not because like Cleverly was pants or anything like that. The really funny thing is, right? People were so shocked that Cleverly got like knocked out. Even this reporter couldn't believe it. Check this out.
Hell. I don't know what's happened. Oh my God. What's happened?
Oh my God, bro! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The person who was supposed to bring in the conservative version of gay race communism got knocked out of the race, bros. Oh my God! Presumably, someone in the Conservative Party or some ones in the Conservative Party actually wants to be voted back into power sometime before the heat death of the universe, and so they're actually like listening to their constituents, or maybe they're like, look, we've got to at least pretend to listen to our constituents, right? This whole thing of just pretending that they don't exist really isn't working, right? Everyone's been screaming it's about immigration, and they're like, no, what we need is more gay rights, bros. What we need is more race communism. That is the true conservative way. Fucking hell. Livia Drusilla, who cares? They are now toast. Reform is only 5 points below them in the polls. Exactly, Livia. And this has, spurred quite a bit of debate within the Conservative Party. They're like, yeah, we don't want to go the way of reform. We don't want people calling us racists after all. How could we possibly bear it? To be fair, there's probably also a fair amount of pressure from, the security services and other people basically saying, no, look, you're not allowed to be right-wing. What, the stream stopped? Oh, shit. Yes, is it still, is the stream still working on, oh my God, wait, it stopped on Rumble? What the fucking hell, bros? still going on Restream. I don't know what the fuck's going on Rumble. No, it's working for me. So maybe it's back. Okay, right. Okay, sorry about that. So Kemi has come out strong, right? She's black. I mean, except she's not going to do that whole she's black thing, right? Basically, if she stands up sort of anywhere in public and starts doing that whole how dare you say this to me, I'm a black person, she's toast. No one will ever vote for her. But at the same time, she will be facing the Labour Party, and the Labour Party does believe in all of that shit. You know, oh my God, right, you know, a black woman speaking. But she's probably going to be the black face of white supremacy or some other fucking like bullshit. Oh God, it's so fucking tiresome, bros. This is The Spectator sucking on Kemi's cock like it's going out of style. The case for Kemi Badenoch is now overwhelming. Now, the problem is, right, she won't make any actual proper statements when it comes to immigration, right? She's very, very vague about all this. She's like, oh yeah, you know, we'll definitely do something about immigration. You know, but we don't want to make any solid promises. We're not going to leave the EHCR. We're going to work from first principles, all this kind of stuff. And people, you know, after having been lied to literally for probably 20 years at this point, are very like, so you're not going to do shit. In other words, right? She's part of Renewal 2030. Now, I'm no politician. But if I was running for office and I was trying to get conservative votes, I would not attach 2030 to anything to do with my name because it makes you look like you're basically working for the WEF and the UN. Sede, she was at the WEF recently, if I recall correctly. Yeah, why doesn't that fucking surprise me? Fucking, they have so many like agents. This is the Renewal 2030. Join Kemi. She's got a link tree. Renewal 20. Renewal. What does it mean, bros? Oh, just, you know, it's just something we say so you can feel good. Now this is Kemi basically artfully dodging when she's being asked about immigration, right? She won't make any promises or any solid things, and it's leading people to suspect basically there's going to be more of the same.
Well, first of all, I just want to say that I'm absolutely delighted to have topped the MP poll and this stage of the contest. And I need to thank all of those people who supported me, especially those who are out campaigning and all my volunteers. It shows that people have a lot of faith in my approach, which is about renewal. And I think that is why I am winning at the moment.
This afternoon, Robert Jenrick said that he offered concrete policies and not just platitudes. That was a bit of a dig at you, wasn't it?
It doesn't matter. People are hearing what I'm saying and they think my approach is right, that you start with principles first and then policy. We need to unite behind a real conservatism that means something to the country. Throwing out policy without rooting it in values doesn't work, and that's what we saw at the last election. We cannot make the same mistake again.
So real conservative value. What are those conservative values, Ms. Badenoch? Are they very, very vaguely formulated things that mean sort of something different to each person that hears in true political fashion? Are they sort of like just, you know, feel-good words that don't lock you into any kind of policy proposal so you can say that you didn't betray the electorate when in fact you are betraying the electorate because you know exactly what it is they want? Surely not.
Is this now going to be a scrap on the right of the Conservative Party, dominated by immigration and ECHR and the European Convention on Human Rights? Robert Jenrick certainly wants this to be a central issue of this campaign, doesn't he?
Well, I'm not fighting his campaign, I'm fighting mine. And what I talked about in my conference speech and when I launched my campaign was that we need to talk about everything. We need to talk about the system, which I think is broken. I think Labour are having problems.
Oh, it's the system. Right. So, not too many migrants or anything like that. It's the system. I am starting to actually really dislike her. I used to actually quite like her when she was in Parliament with with Boris Johnson. But I don't know, maybe something's changed. Her attitude seems to be very different now. It's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know. Probably because I'm a racist, I guess. No, seriously, there's something different in her delivery. She seems a lot more puffed up now. Like someone's come up and said, "Oh, you're really, really awesome."
because they're working with a broken system. And we need to adapt. We need to change our economy. Let's get some more money so that we can spend it on defense. Let's get more people out to work. Let's talk about the NHS. It can't just be about one little part of immigration policy. We need to lower immigration. That is part of the story. But just talking about the ECHR is going to shut down the conversation that we need to have with the entire country. And that's what I'm about. Yes.
Your position is that the UK.
Right, but the point about leaving the EHCR, and by the way, this is a false dichotomy as well. You don't have to leave the EHCR, right? All Parliament has to do is pass a law saying that we will not be adhering to these specific sections of the EHCR. It's very, very simple, right? You just say, notwithstanding other sections of the EHCR, we will not be enforcing clause this and clause that, right? So this, again, I think is a massive distraction, right? They'll say, oh, we're thinking about leaving the HCR, and then they'll be like, oh, we can't because it's fundamental protection of human rights. And then all of that will take like another 4 years. And by the time they work around and saying, oh, no, it's unworkable, there'll be another fucking like 5 million immigrants in the country. I hate this so much.
UK should not leave the ECHR under any circumstances.
No, that has never been my position. My position is that we need to start from the first principles. What are we trying to do? Lower immigration, let's do what we need to, and we need a plan. If we left the ECHR today, there's still a lot of stuff that would not work. So let's make sure we have a proper plan. It might include leaving the ECHR, but that's not where we start. We start from first principles.
Almost 80 Tory MPs, 2/3 of the parliamentary party, but wanted somebody else other than you to lead it. How can you unite all wings of this party and reassure people in the centre? Particularly those who think that you are the high-risk candidate in this contest.
It is time to go bold. Just because you're not a first preference doesn't mean that people don't want you. And I think that that is what has happened throughout the contest. You could say that about any candidate. People have relationships.
Okay, I am starting to really dislike her. Now, like, look at this smug look on that face. Jenrick, on the other hand, seems, at least he's saying the right words. Of course, he is a Tory politician, which means that most likely he will roll back on everything he says. But he is basically saying it's about immigration. I understand how important it is to voters. That trust is completely broken. Now, to be fair, Jenrick was immigration minister, and he basically resigned in protest when Sunak would not do the notwithstanding clause for the HCR because he knew it wouldn't work. So you could say he does at least have some principles. He did actually resign his job. So, okay. The misconception in Westminster is that immigration is a right-wing obsession. That couldn't be further from the truth. Voters we lost to the Lib Dems, 53%, and Labour, 59%, both say they want immigration cut by a lot. I like it. I like it. That's why we must have a credible plan that resolves this issue for good. That means leaving the European Court of Human Rights so we can detain and swiftly deport anyone who comes here illegally, and also remove dangerous foreign murderers, pedophiles, and terrorists, and also just remove all those fucking stupid human rights lawyers that get paid by NGOs to defend said foreign murderers, pedophiles, and terrorists. Because, what about the poor terrorists and the poor rape? You can't possibly send them back to Somalia. They might get the death penalty. Oh no! Oh no, murderers and rapists getting the death penalty. Oh no, bro, terrorists getting the death penalty. Oh no. Fuck it. So, what about the people they killed? You fucking ass. What about the lives they destroyed? Oh, yeah, it's fine. We've got the NHS. Oh my fucking God. So he wants to increase deportations fivefold by suspending aid and visas to those countries who refuse to take back their nationals who are here illegally. Now, this is the right approach, right? You try and send a lot of these people back, and the country's like, well, we won't take it. And the UK government just says, oh, well, that's okay. I guess we don't have any leverage. But you do have leverage because you give a lot of them fucking foreign aid. You give them visas, right? Like, you could just pressure them, right? Like the way you fucking pressure Russia or any country that you actually have an actual beef. He wants a binding cap, legally binding cap in tens of thousands or lower. So those are actual policies, right? This is him speaking about. This was at joingenric.com. Oh God, I fucking hate politicians. Check this out.
Keir Starmer's delusions, weakness, and stale ideas are taking our country in the wrong direction. Our job is to send him packing. Where we can. Where we can, we should be constructive, but we must not compromise on our principles and what we know to be good for our country. We must stand up for common sense, for the British people, on every issue, no matter how radical and bold that might seem to people here in Westminster. Frankly, we need to get serious. Keir Starmer's delusions,
So I think the next vote's in a month. They're really slow rolling this thing. You know, if I was of a conspiratorial frame of mind, I would think that they deliberately left the Conservative Party without a head for like the first, 3 months Labour was in so they could get all this like crap done. But, obviously that can't possibly be true. Right. So now you're all caught up, bros, with all the fucking boring political news that's been going on. It is time now for